In today's video, I'm going to be discussing June 12th, two big announcements, and your money. That's the focus of the video. Let's get into it and talk through all the details. All right, June 12th is rapidly approaching, and on this day, we're going to be getting two very big announcements that we certainly want to pay attention to, and it's going to directly relate to your money. That's why we want to watch this, because it could be good or it may not be so good, but I want to break down the details of these announcements and what they actually mean and what we want to pay attention to with these announcements, especially if you are a low-income or fixed-income beneficiary that I talk about so often here on the channel. There's actually some other embedded details about that as well, and again, I'll break it all down for you here in this video. Let's talk through the details. However, really fast before we do, can I ask a huge favor of you? If you have not done so yet, will you please make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video? It's totally free to do so. I'm here for you every single day. I'm watching the headlines, doing the research, advocating on your behalf, and pointing out anything right now you can possibly grab or take advantage of, including any type of money, benefits, raises to benefits, programs, checks, anything like this. There's a lot of things that are happening right now. It's a weird time. The last couple of years have been pretty weird, and realistically, the next couple of years are going to be very weird as well. I've been here for you every single day, no matter what. It's my promise, my commitment to you, and as always, I'm sticking to it. So again, thank you so much for being here. Please subscribe down below. I'll do whatever I can to help you through this time, and thanks so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Let me talk through the details. All right, June 12th, Wednesday, good old Wednesday, right? All right, so anyway, let me talk through the details of exactly what's going on. Again, two big announcements, okay? So if I talk about the first one and you feel like, I don't really care about this one, you may want to stick around to hear number two, but if that's, if you don't want to do that, that's fine too. I'm not here to tell anybody what to do, but I want to bring this to your attention. In my opinion, these are pretty important, and at the end of the day, it's going to impact all of us to some degree, especially what's going on here, and if things change, as in the expectations of these announcements come in and they're different, well then guess what? We're going to be impacted, and our money's going to be impacted more than what we thought it was going to be originally. So yeah, I'm not sure about you, but I want to know that stuff. All right, so anyway, number one, okay, bright and early on the morning of June 12th, 8:30 a.m. East Coast time, we're going to be getting an announcement. It's called CPI, Consumer Price Index, otherwise known as Inflation Report. Now, this is a report that we get out once per month. It's generally right around the middle of the month, and it's on the behalf of the previous month. So this is obviously May's inflation, okay? But we're going to be seeing here what's going on with inflation. Now, you got to look at the report here, okay? You can't really listen to all the talking heads on TV. The reason being is they come out and say, look at me, I did a great job and inflation's going down, right? I don't think so, okay? We got to look at all the details of the report here, okay? Which, by the way, I'm not mocking anybody in particular, not necessarily, but maybe a little bit. My point is, we want to see the details. We want to see everything for what it really is. We don't want to be told a bunch of things that are not necessarily the truth, right? My point is, if we actually look at the inflation reports, we can clearly see inflation is not going down. Inflation is not holding steady, but rather inflation is moving higher. We've seen this from the last several reports. So far this year in 2024, we've seen almost every inflation report coming in higher, showing inflation is actually going back up. Now, here's the thing. If you don't believe me, just look. Is your rent going up? Yep, probably. Are your utility prices going up? Probably. Are gas prices going up? Yep, are they? Sure are, right? How about things like food prices? I don't know. Have you looked at your receipt after you go to the grocery store? Probably. I don't know. I'm guessing you probably had. I'm not sure about you, but I do. Well, I have my, we look at our receipts. Prices are still going up. Food is still going up. My point is, prices are still going up on the majority of things. Now, to be 100% fair, yes, prices have plateaued and maybe even gone down on a few select items. It's not that many. The bulk of the items, especially where we spend the bulk of our income and the bulk of our money, is on things that are still going up. So inflation is still rising, okay? Not a good situation, but this is what we want to watch very closely with this inflation report that will be released right away on the morning of the 12th, okay? Very important, the inflation data. And again, we want to continue to watch these reports every single month to see what is the trajectory of inflation. Remember, one movement in one direction, as in one data point in one direction, does not make a trend. You need to see multiple data points in that same direction to identify what is the trend here. Is the trend up? Is the trend down? Or is it flat? Remember, there's three directions, up, down, and sideways. All those are a thing. Right now, it's up. It's been up for the last several months here, so far this year. So again, not the trajectory that we want to see, but this is the reality, and this is something we got to continue watching. And again, I don't think it's any shock that all of us are wondering, oh wait, prices have gone up again on food. You're probably seeing that every single week, or every time you go to the grocery store. You know what I'm talking about here, okay? I'm not like some crazy fool saying, oh, prices are going up on food, when really they're not. They are. I mean, just look at your receipts. Look at how much you're spending. You know, okay? We know the difference here, okay? We're not like completely oblivious to what's going on. We can clearly see how much money we're spending on things, right? We know, right? So anyway, that's number one, the inflation report, the CPI. Now next, that same day in the afternoon, 2 p.m. East Coast time, we're going to be getting the announcement out of the Federal Reserve, okay? They're wrapping up their 2-day FOMC meeting, and it's coming out then. So that is when, 2 p.m. East Coast time, we'll be getting the announcement on what they're going to be doing with their interest rate policy. Now, that's when we get the initial announcement, okay? We get a little briefing of what the announcement is as far as, are they going to hold steady? Are they going to raise? Are they going to pause? Well, holding steady and pausing, this is the same thing. Are they going to cut? What are they going to do? I anticipate they're going to hold steady. Why? They're not going to do anything, okay? The data coming out right now does not give them enough evidence to start cutting interest rates, okay? Who knows? Maybe there's a chance that they might raise again. I don't think so, but I just think you never know, okay? I do think they're just going to pause and just hold steady like they have for the last several meetings here, because inflation is still way, way, way too high, and they've been ratcheting up interest rates over the last couple of years here to bring this inflation back down. But it... Has it really been working? Sorry, guys, you might need to resort to another plan, because this one may not be working all so well, because inflation is still going opposite of what they want. So I don't know. They might need to come up with a better strategy here, because it's not working as as perfectly as they maybe thought, right? Or maybe not as fast or as aggressively as all of us are hoping so, because, just remember, every day, every week, every month that goes by with high prices, that just means more money being siphoned out of our bank accounts, money siphoned out of our pockets to go for, highly priced things that were not so highly priced not that long ago, right? So anyway, by the way, that initial announcement comes out at 2 p.m. and then at 2:30 p.m. East Coast time, again, the chairman of the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, will come out with his press conference, and he'll answer a bunch of questions, and that is when the real volatility in the markets and things like that start to pick up based on his remarks. The initial comments coming out at 2 p.m., it's not all that, whatever. We already kind of know what's going to happen there, but when 2:30 p.m. rolls around and Jerome starts talking, well, then we're starting to get some volatility. So if you're engaged in the market, if you're watching markets, stuff like that, just be aware of that. Just watch out, okay? Volatility, it's nothing new. Fed day, right? Fed day. All right, anyway, so that's what I have for you, okay? So these are the two big announcements that I want to bring to your attention, both of which will be directly tied to your money, because at the end of the day, if the Federal Reserve raises interest rates, guess what? Now you're paying more on any balances, any loans, any debts that you may have that are not fixed. Now you're paying more. Interest rates go up, you pay more in interest. Not fun, right? If inflation goes up, now you're paying more at the store. Groceries, food, gas, clothing, shoes, whatever. You fill in the blank. It doesn't matter, right? It's all tied to inflation. So at the end of the day, if inflation goes down, that means that's good. We're on the right trajectory. If the Federal Reserve cuts interest rates, well, highly doubt that's going to happen. But if they do, hooray for all of us. That's great, right? We're going to see a massive pickup in a lot of different things. So anyway, I'm going to leave it at that for now. Hope this helps you. Again, as always, please leave your comments, your questions, your feedback down below. Subscribe down below. As always, if you haven't done so, share the video with your friends on social media with the share button right down below as well. Otherwise, leave your comments. I already said that. Sorry, I'm not going to say it again. Make sure to go back and check out any of the thousands of videos here on the channel, including those that I've hand-selected for you down below in the description or the top of the comment section. I've stuck those there for you as well. I've hand-selected those. Check those videos out. Or right here on your screen, you're going to see some videos popping up. Check out those videos. And until next time, enjoy your day. Take care. Have a good one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you again later in that next video that you're selecting right now.